Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. My sister friend Ellen over at Ellen's Homemade Delights, along with Dolores, the baking diva, asked me would I like to join in their Valentine's Day treats collaboration, and I said sure, because that sounds like a lot of fun. Ellen over at Ellen's Homemade Delights will be making red velvet kiss cookies, and Dolores, the baking diva, will be making Oreo cheesecake cookies. I will be making some donuts in the air fryer. Now these donuts are not like a yeast type donut and not even like a cake type donut. They're more like a thick, kind of soft, kind of crumbly sugar cookie type donut. I will leave a link to their videos in the description box below, so make sure you check them out. Let's get started. For our air fryer donuts, and I'm going by the recipe that was in the little booklet that came with my air fryer, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter, a half a cup of granulated sugar, 2 1/4 cup of self-rising flour, 2 egg yolks, a half a cup of sour cream, and then for some of the topping we're going to need 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1/3 cup of fine granulated sugar, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. With our 2 tablespoons of butter, it needs to be at room temperature but not melted. We're going to take our half cup of sugar, pour it in with the butter, and just mix it till it's crumbly. Okay, that's good and combined. Now we're going to take our 2 egg yolks and mix it well with our sugar and butter mixture. That's good and combined. In this mixing bowl, I'm just going to take half of the flour mixture and half of our sour cream. We're going to blend this till it's blended well. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to take our butter, sugar, and egg mixture and add it in. And we're going to give that a mix. Now I'm going to add the rest of the sour cream and rest of the flour. And give it all a good mix. You might have to get in here with your hands. Now once our dough comes together, I'm just going to leave it in this bowl and put it in the refrigerator for about 15 or 20 minutes just to let it rest. Okay, our dough has rested for about 20-30 minutes. So I've cleaned my surface and I laid plastic wrap down, and I'm going to roll out some dough and I'm going to lightly flour it. Fill the top with a little flour. Sprinkle my rolling pin. And we want to roll this out to about a 1/2 inch thick. Even pat it out some. It is a crumbly mixture, so you don't want to add a lot of flour. Just enough to keep it from sticking. I just picked me up a set of heart-shaped cookie cutters. You can use any kind of cookie cutters. I got these for $1. So you want to make whatever size donut that you want. So I figured I'm going to use this one and then the little heart to cut out the middle of it. And we're going to use those too. Always start toward the edge of your dough to get the most out of your dough. And then just continue from there. Now take your smaller cookie cutter and cut out your donut hole. And like I say, don't throw those away because we're going to bake them up too. Now we're just going to set our donuts to the side. I'm just going to take a pastry brush and just brush off the excess flour to the side. And then we'll gather this dough back up. Be careful, they're a little fragile. And then we'll roll the rest of this dough back up and cut out some more. But now I want to preheat my air fryer to around 360 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be, I'll bring you over and show you. Now this is my type of air fryer, and I will post a link below of the kind that I have. So everyone would be different. So mine goes 175, 250, 320, and 400 with the in-between. So I'm just going to put it between the 3 and the 4 and turn the timer on about 10 minutes to let it preheat. And then I'll bring you back when we get ready to bake. We need to brush our donuts before we bake them with a little bit of melted butter. And I have 1/4 cup of melted butter. So I'm going to lightly brush one side. Don't really just want to glob it on there, just a very light coating. Turn it over and set it on the pan, and then I can get the other side. My air fryer's preheated, so be careful because it's hot. So carefully place your donuts in your basket. And we're going to want to bake these for around 8 minutes or until they're done, because it really depends on the thickness that you have yours. Don't set them too close together because they will spread. So I'll bring you back when these are ready. Here's my first batch. I let mine go for about 10 minutes. Even though they're hot, I'll pick one up and show you. Now these are not like yeast donuts. These are not even like cake-like donuts. This is more like a sugar cookie type donut. They're not really pretty, but they'll be good. So I'm going to put these on a wire rack to cool. And while they're still cooling, some of them we're going to dip in cinnamon sugar. And I'll show you that. Let me get another batch going. Okay, excuse the noise of my air fryer. With my cinnamon and sugar mixture, I just kind of mix that together. And then we have our melted butter. So, and these are still warm. But brush all sides with some melted butter. Dip it over. And then just dip it in your cinnamon sugar. And coat all sides. Now some of these I'm going to glaze. And some of these I'm going to dip in the cinnamon sugar. Again, excuse the air fryer background noise, but I'm going to go ahead and try these. I'll try the cinnamon sugar one. They're soft on the inside, but again, it's like a thick cookie type donut. And they're really good. The other type of donuts that I like yeast donuts. But some of the cakey type donuts that you can buy at the store, whatever, it tastes like it has nutmeg in it, and I don't like nutmeg really. So I really like these. I'm going to let these finish cooking, and it is best to eat these warm. And then I'll show you how I'm going to make up some glaze and how we'll decorate some of them for Valentine's Day. Now with your glaze, it's just very simple. I have a couple of cups of powdered sugar. You might know it as confectioner's or icing sugar. And I'm going to add, it depends on how much milk you add to how thick or thin you want it. If you want it real thin, just to pour over it, then you'll add more milk. If you want it a thicker glaze, that's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll just see. Just add a little bit of milk. If you want to give this a little bit of vanilla taste, you can add a little bit of vanilla extract. Just about a half teaspoon. It would be best if you're making a white glaze that you use clear vanilla extract, but I don't have any. If you get it too thin, just add more powdered sugar. Now you can dip your donuts down in there or pour it over. But I'll take one of the small hearts and we'll dip it. And put it back on my wire rack, and the excess will drain off. And then you can take your favorite sprinkles. I got some tiny heart sprinkles, and I'm just going to sprinkle some over the top. And here are my air fryer donuts that are really more like a thick type sugar cookie donut. I will leave the link to the Baking Diva and Ellen's Homemade Delights videos in the description box below. Please make sure you go check out their videos. Again, Ellen from Ellen's Homemade Delights will be making Red Velvet Kiss cookies. Dolores the Baking Diva will be making Oreo cheesecake cookies. So please make sure you go check out their wonderful Valentine's Day treats. And thank you for asking me to join this collaboration. I will also have in the description box below the ingredients to make these, and also a couple of links of the air fryer and a couple of products that I use, so you can go check them out if you want to. I've done tried the ones that I've coated with cinnamon sugar. Now I'm going to try the ones that I use the glaze on. Ain't they so cute? Very, very good. And again, it's not like a yeast or a cake type donut. And I followed the instructions that came with the little recipe book that came with my air fryer. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.